Adjective? Wait a minute. It's adjective? No, it's not adjective. It's a wrong pronunciation. It is adjectives. What is it? It is adjective. Assalamu alaikum. Hello viewers. Hope you are all well and enjoying your life. I welcome you all to the channel of Learn with MW. Viewers, don't go anywhere. We are starting the third part of speech in which we will be discussing some amazing stuff about adjective. Wait a minute. It's adjective? No, it's not adjective. It's a wrong pronunciation. It is adjectives. What is it? It is adjective. So now we will correct its pronunciation. It is not adjective. It is adjectives. So viewers, in this series of adjectives, we will be discussing some amazing stuff about adjectives in English grammar. We will be discussing all adjectives from very basic to advanced level. So my request is to stay connected with Learn with MW to know all aspects of adjectives in English grammar. Viewers, up till now, we have completed the series of noun and we also have completed the series of pronoun in a very different angle and from a very different perspective. So viewers, if you missed that series of noun and pronoun, then my short request is to you that go to the channel, watch that videos. We have completed all series of noun and pronoun and we also have created a playlist. So go to the channel, watch that video in order to have full grip on noun as well as on pronoun. Now we are starting the third series of part of speech, which is adjectives, not adjectives. It is adjectives, and in adjectives, in this video we will just give you a short introduction about adjective, that what is adjective in English grammar. So look at viewers, up till now we have defined noun is the name of person, place or thing, or simply we said the naming words are basically called noun, and we define pronoun as that part of the speech that basically use instead or in place of a noun. We call it pronoun. So now what are adjectives in English grammar? So look at adjectives. Adjectives are also parts of the speech in English grammar. The word which aid meaning, the word which aid meaning to a noun, the word which aid meaning to a noun or pronouns, the word which aid meaning to the noun or pronoun, pronouns, either in terms of two things. In terms of, first thing is in terms of quality, and the second thing is in terms of quantity. So this is the grammatical definition of adjectives in English grammar. The word which aid meaning to a noun or pronouns, either in terms of quality or either in terms of quantity. So we have discussed the basic definition of adjective, that what are adjectives in English grammar. I'm again reminder, it is not adjective. The correct pronunciation is adjectives. Adjectives. So the words which aid meaning to a noun or pronoun, either in terms of two things, in terms of quality or in terms of quantity, we call that words as adjectives in English grammar. Now I will be giving you an examples. Through example we will learn it. Took a screenshot of this definition. Hope you took a screenshot. So now look it. We have discussed the words that are used in terms of the words which add meaning to the noun or pronoun, either in term of quality or in term of quantity. We call that words as adjectives in English grammar. So now look it, I'm writing an example. If I write an example, beautiful, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. So look it, in this beautiful girl, girl is what? Girl is a name, and names are basically noun in English grammar. So what this word does? This word basically, this word, beautiful word, add meaning to the noun. That's why beautiful is basically adjectives, adjective in English grammar. What is it? What does it? It is adjective. Why it is adjective? Because it add meaning to a noun. Girl is a simple word. It's a noun naming word. It's name, girl. But when we say beautiful girl, then that beautiful word add meaning to a noun. That's why beautiful is adjective in English grammar. Look. So we will look it again. I'm writing the second example. A red pin. A red pin. So look at viewers. Pin is basically name, and what we call name, naming words are basically called noun. So look at red. What does red does? Red basically add meaning to noun pen. That's why red is basically adjective in English grammar. But look at the difference between, look at what's the beautiful does with the girl, what does red does with the noun. So look at here, beautiful give us the quality, beautiful give us the quality of girl, and red also give us the quality of pen. So that adjective that basically show us a quality of a noun or pronoun, that adjectives are basically called, descriptive adjective. They describe, descriptive adjective, or also called adjective of quality. Adjective of quality. Don't confuse right now. We will, in this part 2 of adjective, we will discuss the kinds or the types of adjective. We will discuss all kinds and types of adjective in a very detailed manner. So don't confuse right now. Just remember, just thought, beautiful add meaning. What does beautiful? It describe girl. It basically shows the quality of girl. That's why beautiful is an adjective, but it is a descriptive adjective, or it's also called adjective of quality. Same is with the case with the pin. Red, look at, pin is a noun. Naming words are basically called noun, and red basically add meaning, and it shows the quality, or it describe a pin. That's why red is an adjective of quality. Adjective of quality is also called descriptive adjective. So hope you guys understand through the example. I want to give you further example as well. So look it, I want to give you, take a screenshot of this if you want. So now look it, I will be giving you more example about adjective as well. So beautiful, red, all these are descriptive adjective or adjective of the qualities. In upcoming videos, we will discuss the kinds and types of adjective in a very detailed manner, in a very conceptual way. And I will also be giving you short tricks that how to find types of adjective in a sentence. So stay connected with Learn with MW to know all tips and tricks as well. So now look it, if I write some pins. So same is the case, pins basically name, and what we call name, names are basically noun in English grammar. But look at some is a word which add meaning to the pin here, which add meaning. And what does it does? It shows basically quantity. Some pins, there are pins in a box, and we call here it some pins. So some basically here show us quantity. So they type of adjective that basically shows quantity, that type of adjective are basically called adjectives. Adjectives of quantities. We will stay connected with us in types and kinds of adjective. We will also discuss that what are adjective quantity, and through tips and tricks you will learn easily how to find adjective of quantity in English grammar, and you will also learn the difference between adjective of the quantity and adjective of number in English grammar. So look at some is a word which add meaning to a noun, here is pin, and it basically shows quantity. That's why this adjective is basically called adjective of quantity. Look at the second example. If I write many tables, so look at it. Tables are basically noun, name, and names are basically noun. So many here it basically add meaning to the noun, and many basically shows quantity. That's why many is adjective, but it is basically adjective of quantity. So viewers, up till now, through these 4 examples, we learn the definition of an adjective from a very different angle and from a very different perspective. Now, viewers, we will be discussing the places of adjective, that where to place adjectives in English grammar. So, viewers, there are basically 2 ways in which we can place adjectives in English grammar. The first place is attributive adjective. On the basis of places, there are basically 2 kinds of adjectives. One is attributive adjective, and the second we will discuss, which is predicative adjective. So look at what is attributive adjective in English grammar. Look at right on the board. They normally comes right before the noun. They normally comes right before the noun they qualify. Then that adjective that basically comes right before the noun, we call them attributive adjective in English grammar. Now through example you will learn easily. So I am writing an example. The example is the lazy boy. The lazy boy was punished. The lazy boy was punished. So I write a short statement, a short sentence. So look at what is boy? Boy is a name, and names are basically called noun in English grammar. Look at what does lazy does. Lazy basically add meaning to the noun boy. That's why lazy is basically adjective in English grammar. But look at this. It's a very special kind of adjective, because this adjective come right before the noun boy. This adjective lazy come right before the noun boy. That's why lazy is basically attributive adjective in English grammar. Now hope viewers you will know that what are attributive adjectives in English grammar. So what are they? Those adjectives that normally comes right before the noun which they qualify. Those adjectives which comes right before the noun which they qualify. That adjectives are basically called attributive adjective in English grammar. Look at the example. The lazy boy was punished. So boy is noun. Lazy basically add meaning to the noun. That's why lazy is an adjective. But this lazy come right before the noun. That's why lazy an adjective. But that adjective that come right before the noun, we call them attributive adjectives in English grammar. Now we will be discussing the second place of adjective as well, which is predicative adjectives in English grammar. So we will discussing the second place of adjective, which is basically predicative place or predicative adjectives in English grammar. So look at what are predicative adjectives. They usually comes after the linking verb. They usually comes after the linking verb rather than before the noun which they qualify. Again, those adjectives that basically comes after the linking verb rather than before a noun which they qualify. They adjectives are basically called predicative adjectives. Now I will write a short example. Through example you will learn easily that what are predicative adjectives in English grammar. So look at, I'm writing example. The boy is lazy. The boy is lazy. A short sentence. The boy is lazy. So look it. Boy is basically name, and names are basically called noun. Is. In upcoming videos when we will be starting the series of verb in this verb we will discussing this. Is basically a linking verb. Linking verb is basically a linking verb, or it's also called helping verb in English grammar. Linking verb or helping verb, these are basically is, am, are, all these are linking verb or helping verb, and that we will discuss that why they are called linking verb. We will discuss it in very comprehensive and detailed manner. So stay connected with Learn with MW to know all aspect of English grammar. So look at the boy is lazy. So look at boy is noun, is linking verb. Lazy is basically lazy. What does lazy basically add meaning? Lazy basically add meaning to the noun boy. That's why lazy is an adjective, but it's a very special kind of adjective. Why the special kind of adjective? Because this adjective lazy come after the linking verb. This lazy is an adjective and it's come after the linking verb. That's why lazy is basically predicative adjective. Predicative adjective. So what are predicative adjective? They usually come after the linking verb rather than before the noun they qualify. So boy in this sentence is a noun. Lazy is an adjective because it adds meaning. It tells us about the boy. That's why lazy is an adjective. And it come right before, after. It come right after the linking verb is. That's why lazy is basically a predicative adjective in English grammar. Hope you guys understand that there are basically two places of adjective. One is attributive adjective and other is predicative adjective, and we have discussed it in very detailed manner. So viewers, in this short video we want to give you a short introduction that what are adjectives in English grammar, and we also have discussed in very detailed manner that the two places of adjectives. So viewers, stay connected with Learn with MW. In upcoming videos we will be discussing and we will be exploring further adjectives, in which we will be discussing what are the difference between much and many, what are the difference between elder and older, what are the difference between all and whole. All these will be discussed in a very grammatical and conceptual way. In order to learn all these, you have to connect with Learn with MW. So viewers, if you like this video, share this video with your friends, like and subscribe the channel as well, and don't forget to comment. Thank you very much.